Hey guys, so I wanted to talk to you guys about 5 aspects that you should probably consider about your life. I mean, I say this because if you've noticed, all the mentors online talk about these 5 things that are very important and very interconnected in their life. And I think after doing it for myself, it's been very helpful because I don't know about you, but if I feel like I'm going on autopilot in life and I don't look and just stop and look at, evaluate around me what is going on, then I just feel like I can't control me. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't steer my ship in the correct direction because I don't know what's happening. I'm kind of just going with the flow as they say, but I think it's really important to evaluate 5 things in your life, which is spirituality, which is basically who do you look up to, then friendships, who do you hang out with most of the time, and then family. Do you care about your family? Are you close to your family? Do you have a toxic family or a healthy family? I said spirituality, friends, family, money. Whether or not we like it, you don't have to be uber rich or strive to be that, but I think it's very important to keep track of your expenses, manage your expenses, and pay things on time and know how to make money in order to survive in a world where we don't live in heaven. So I think that's really important and very much interconnected as well. And especially with health, I think health has to do with like the mind, the body, and the spirit, how you're eating, exercising, and how you manage your stress. And so I think that's really important, and they're all interconnected, spirituality, friends, family, money, and health. I think those are the 5 most important things someone should evaluate. And what I do, because I'm such a nerd, I like to write it down, and now I've put it in an Excel sheet. I know that's weird. I know, but it's working, you know what I mean? So, excuse me. My family, I put down what I need to work on for myself in order to have a better relationship with my parents. Because, I think for me at least, family is really important. Unless you have family that suck and don't want to talk to you and are just, emotionally traumatizing you, or, done something horrible and traumatic to you, then it would make sense for you to not talk to them and seek out, another family, not another family member, but just another group of community, a community of people that want to take you in and see you as family. I think that's really important, because family and friends are different. And then friendships. Like I always also evaluate my friends. I always ask myself, who am I hanging out with the most? And are they being helpful in my dreams and goals and my mental health? And are they influencing me to be better? And usually it's a yes, because when I evaluate my friendships, I'm like, okay, how does this person help me and how can I help them? Because I always believe the best kinds of friendship is when you just help each other and love up on each other, and it's not a one-way street. Because that sucks when it's one way and you're like helping this person and they don't really care that you're helping them, and you're just sitting there and all they're doing is talking about themselves. That's not fun. And so constantly I'm over, and I'm okay with this because this is a personality trait, but I overanalyze all aspects of my life just to see where my ship is going. And you can do the same. You don't have to do as, extensive thought processing as I do, but as long as you're like thinking every day and being aware about friends, family, spirituality, health, and money, I think you're better than most people. And so, yeah, friends are very important. What kind of friends that you're hanging out with? Are they only gossiping? Are they only, talking crap about somebody else or complaining about their life? I don't know about you, but I don't want any part of that. I'm like, can you go away? I don't want to talk to you. So I avoid those people. And the next thing would be money. I think it's really, as I said before earlier in the video, it's important to have money, just because you never know what happens in life. COVID can happen again, God forbid. Something could happen with a community that you're living in. There's an earthquake and you lost your home. But to have enough money to have a cushion for emergencies and to live a life at least comfortably, to me, I think most people would want that. So I would hope that you want that. because who wants to live in a world where you have to worry about expenses left and right for the rest of your life, and you have to worry about paying rent on time for the rest of your life? That sucks. And guess what? That also interconnects with mental health, which is part of the health aspect of your life, right? If you're stressed out about money, so much so that it's literally making you physically sick, nauseous, migraines, can't sleep well, that affects you. That affects you. And they say that when you're stressed out about money, or even anything else in general, then you can't really make the right decisions because you're in your emotions. You're not thinking rationally. You're not strategizing because you're too emotional right now. So I think, yes, stress, but manage your stress. You know, like if you are in that state of mind where you're worrying about expenses and paying rent on time, come up with a solution fast. Take up another job, do a side hustle, you know, cut your expenses in food and just eat one meal a day. Do something in order to save up for that month and pay rent on time to save your future self from stress. You know what I mean? And so as that interconnects with health, I think health is also very important because it connects with everything else. You know, if your health is in check in terms of like your diet, if you're eating whole organic foods to a specific diet that's very good for you, because there's all kinds of diets and you can just choose the one that fits you, and getting adequate sleep, getting in some laughter, getting in some sun, you know, making sure, you know, you're spiritually okay, meaning whatever spiritual path you choose, at least have that be your moral compass. Because to me, the money, health, friends, family, and spirituality all interconnect. And so if you lack in one thing a lot, then you're gonna lack soon in the other. It's like a domino effect. And I figured this out like just years ago. And then I finally evaluated my life a year ago, and now it's working because I figured out health is connected to spirituality. Spirituality is connected to family and friends, because the thing is, your core values, how you see the world, is how you see people, how they interact with you, how you see yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you think about the issues that happen in the world politically, geographically, in jobs. That's your moral compass. And on a spectrum, it differentiates on these different religious paths or spiritual paths or, you know, philosophical paths. Obviously, I would love for you to be Christian because I feel like, not even if I feel like it is the way. But as you know, I said spiritual, just choose a moral compass, you know, be a good person, or strive to be a good person. So yeah, it's all interconnected. And for spirituality, I'll give an example for me. Like, I'm a Christian, but I'm not a Christian by culture. I'm not a Christian by just claiming to be. I read the Bible, I apply it to my life, and I have a relationship with the creator of the universe. And, you know, it's really important for me that even though I don't agree with some of the things he believes in, I believe that he knows better than me. And I believe and trust in him that he has a plan for me. And that's how I see the world I live in. And it changes the world I live in based on that perspective. And so I like to follow my moral compass through the lens of the Bible, through the lens of God's eyes. So that changes your whole world and how you live your day-to-day life. Like for me, it's not just about the money when it comes to business. It's also, yes, I want to take care of myself. I want to make enough income for the work that I put in, because, you know, that's deserving. When you put in work, you should see fruits. The fruits are value, like money or goods or services, whatever it may be. But it's also about helping people. I am here on this earth to be of service to people. That is what I am supposed to be doing. And I believe, and this is my opinion, that's what every person should be doing. Because when we feel like we're serving people, because at least for me, when I feel like I'm serving people, because that's what God told me to do, I just feel a lot better because A, I'm not thinking about myself. B, I'm servicing somebody else and they're just being better and better and just becoming healthier, whatever it may be. And I help them. And I feel like my gifts are actually being used for the better. And that actually does help my mental health. You know, it helps me not think about myself and think about others, and it helps others. And then value is created, right? Because yes, we can give things away for free. Now I'm going into another territory. That could be another video. But what I'm saying is spirituality is, it's all interconnected, right? It can be interconnected with health, with your mental health, because that's part of health. It's just a subcategory. And even financially, it can affect you, right? If you think about abundance, right? I believe God wants everyone, wants most people at least, I think that's his goal, to have enough money to take care of themselves, right? He wants you guys to work hard for it, though, to be deserving of it. And so I think it's very important to believe in abundance, at least for me. But if you believe in scarcity, if you believe in these concepts of, well, he's a millionaire, that means that there's not enough money to go around. Where are you going to be in life? You know what I mean? But that's just me. So you can choose however you want to see the world, whatever spiritual path you want to choose. But in my opinion, 5 aspects of these in your life will affect you throughout your body, physically, mentally, emotionally. And so, yeah, I think that's about it. I'm ranting now. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.